Hi there! Thanks for dropping by. If you're new here, my name is May and you're watching my channel, MaeSomething Creates. For today's video, I'm gonna show you another palette from Art Philosophy by Prima. And actually, I already made a first impression video of two of their sets, and that's the Complexion and the Essence palettes. For today's video, another palette is coming our way. And the one I'm referring to is this. This is the Vintage Pastels palette from Art Philosophy by Prima. And similar to the other palettes, this also has 12 half pans inside. As you can see, there is the logo and this cute vintage pastel illustration of tulips, and of course the details of the actual color palette. And you can also see the colors that you may expect inside of this palette. And on the side part, you can also see the swatches. And on the other side, it has this Watercolor Confections Vintage Pastels, 12 pans. And at the back, we can see here some descriptions of the item. And it says here it includes 12 colors plus tin box with 2 fold-out mixing palettes plus blank swatch card. And then some of the details of the company. One of the most exciting part, if you do have a new watercolor, is to unbox it. So that's what we're going to do now, and just get a scissor. I just have to cut it. And yeah, we'll now see what's inside of this. So as you guys can see, this is a black tin box. And if we open this, it has a swatch card. And the pigments are still wrapped in a plastic or in this paper, so we're going to unwrap them. If you remove this will be the part that you can mix the pigments as well as with this part. The colors that we have here are periwinkle, sage, golden glow, terracotta, suede, stone gray. We also have dusky mauve, apple blossom, dark rose, charcoal, soft lilac, and breezy. At the back portion of this, you can see this ring that you can use to handle the actual palette when you're traveling or if you're doing a painting without any tables. As you can see, here's the actual look of what's inside of this palette. And as you have noticed, there's actually a space here wherein you can include or insert another pan. What's good about this palette is that they're good for traveling, because you can just fold it like this, and you can also just hold it this way. And if you're like me who wants plein air paintings, meaning you want to go outside and paint, this is a perfect option because you can also put a travel brush on this part. So here's what we're gonna do. Here, perfect for traveling. And as you can see here, we have this blank swatch card wherein we're going to swatch the colors so we can see the consistency of it. And I'll just put like a black line on this so we can see if they're also opaque or not. So yeah, let's go. In the swatches we made, you can determine which among the colors have a higher opacity and which among them have a lower opacity. For this set, I can see that the golden yellow has a higher opacity, as well as, of course, the charcoal. This resembles to black. I also made a swatches of these colors on my sketchbook to see the flow of each colors, and I also labeled them by name. By the way, this is not a sponsored video. This was actually bought online at the Yellow Violet house. They also have an online shop or an account at Shopee, and you can also check on them on Instagram and on Facebook. And also thank you to Miss Isabel. She's the owner of the Yellow Violet house. She actually gave me this freebies. This consists some sort of paper crafts that you can use for journaling, and it also has this pins and some paper clips. And oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you, the price of this palette ranges from 1,500 to 1,550 pesos, and it still depends on which store you're going to purchase the product. Since we're done checking the packaging, the actual colors, and the swatches, let's go to painting. So I started off painting the base, and I'm using pink. Then I added some flowers by just dabbing the paintbrush on the actual sketch. And since I'm planning to add leaves for this, the included green color for the pastels palette isn't that vibrant for the leaves. So what I did was I used the color green from the Essence color palette. I know some of you will ask if this watercolor set is chalky. Well, I can definitely confirm that it's not chalky at all. The pigments are actually creamy, but please don't expect it to be more vibrant because there are pastels. And pastel colors are actually the lighter versions of the regular paints or of the regular pigments. But of course, aside from the color black or the charcoal color that is included on this palette, what I can guarantee is that if you are really into pastel colors, you want to have that vintage look for the color scheme of your paintings, then buying this one is a great choice, and it's worth the 1,500 pesos. And yeah, I hope you're still enjoying watching this video. By the way, I have Instagram that you can follow and check some of my artworks. That's at MaeSomething. I also have a Facebook page that's at MaeSomething. And I'm also on Patreon, and you can also check for MaeSomething. I hope you've enjoyed watching our video for today, and I hope you have learned something from this. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment it down below in the comment box. And please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. May we all have a good day. Till our next videos. Bye!